Hello, YouTubers. Joe Kersey here on February 24th, 2019 at 14:30 in the afternoon Eastern Time. Have a little coffee here in the sadly out of business Spanish Peaks Black Dog Ale beer, well, coffee mug. Also, that has been used as a beer mug many times. I was celebrating a series of black Labradors they had at their brewery. Just can't leave it alone. It's just too good looking. What a bunch of bullshit. Now, not to damn what's to follow with the introduction here, intro remarks. This is designed as a video response to Marie Hansen's Thinking About You song, which she performed a cappella on her YouTube channel. And her YouTube channel is called Singing for the Creator. And she has a magnificent voice. When she gets cranked up and is well rested and is well relaxed, and she's good to go. I mean, she sounds like a young Linda Ronstadt, and I've told that to her several times. I've said that to her several times, and she does. And so I think somebody else actually mentioned that on her channel as well. I mean, she got that pure, clear. It's in the low soprano range, which she can go high too, without straining. It's and yet if she wants to sound like one of these earthy contraltos, oh yeah, she can do that too. I mean, she is really good. If she were doing popular music and was properly promoted, she'd be very successful, but it would be horrible for her, I think. I don't know. I mean, I think the value system of that way of life would be so contrary to what she is trying to promote in what she does. Hell, I'm sure it is. Pretty much contrary to what I think too. In terms of, well, it's that we'd have to sit down and talk about. But anyway, it's a good song. But she said it was based on Joshua 1:9 and Isaiah 40:31. And so let's review the texts. We have Joshua 1:9. And Joshua always kind of gets a short shrift in most mainline Protestant churches. I'm not talking about the hands in the air, wavy stuff, but in the lectionary mainline, based Protestant churches, Joshua doesn't feature too much. But Joshua 1:9 says, "Have not I commanded thee?" This is after he's coming to the land, getting ready to come to the land. Let's see. Anyway, the Lord is speaking to Joshua. "Have not I commanded thee? Be strong and of good courage. Be not afraid, neither be thou dismayed. For the Lord thy God is with thee whithersoever thou goest." This was before they actually crossed the Jordan. It's again, it's a great they often call instead of the Pentateuch, the first 5 books of the Bible, it's often called the not Hexateuch, but it's the Pentateuch. Well, Hexateuch maybe, I don't know, but Joshua is often, for a long time was considered part of the first part of the, first part of the Bible that needs to be, anyway. So Joshua is making his statement. God is saying, speaking of Joshua, have not I commanded thee, be strong and of good courage, be not afraid. Be not afraid. And there's so many times in the King James Version anyway, it says, fear not, be not afraid. Or just fear not. For behold, I bring you tidings of great joy, which shall be to all people. Good luck finding that in any of these modern translations now. For the Lord thy God is with thee whithersoever thou goest. Well, as much as the Lord thy God was with Joshua, he makes plans. Joshua commanded the officers of the people, saying, pass through the host and command the people, saying, prepare you victuals. So, Joshua was a good military commander. Well, let's not get distracted from the point of Marie Hansen's song. So 40:31, Isaiah 40:31 is, but they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary, and they shall walk and not faint. Well, that's absolutely true. I have a bit of a personal problem with the whole eagle's wings thing. But it's true. But there's a horrible song, horrible, and it's usually played at funerals, like, going up on eagle's wings, and I just want to throw myself in my high place. I want to smother myself. I get so tired of that. I told my son, I said, if you ever play that at my funeral, I will come and do something to you. And it won't be pretty either. Well, of course, that's not really my cosmology, but I sure hope he doesn't play it at my funeral. But anyway, the underlying point is, although I think it's considered badly expressed, they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. Exactly. And the way you renew your strength and wait upon the Lord is through prayer. You can be weary and you can pray, and suddenly you're no longer weary. You might be walking pretty, but you could at least keep going along and not fall down. And the fainting, well, that might come at the end, but it generally doesn't happen during what you're trying to achieve. So take a look at Marie Hansen's song. She is, and her family is too. But her voice in particular and her singing abilities, it really is outstanding. So on that note, I will shut up now. I wish you the best, Maureen, and I thank you for emphasizing Joshua. He's an underread and undernoticed book. Of course, that's except he's on that coaster. It says, as for my house, we will serve the Lord. So that's it's like 23, 24. It's right at the end, and that's the one thing that always gets quoted, and that's great. But there's a lot more steadfast, Joshua being steadfast throughout the book, and of course the problem for a lot of the politically correct crowd is that Joshua leads into Judges, and Judges is arguably the bloodiest book of the Bible. And another example of many jobs not quite finished. And therein lies a lot of the problem for what happens then in the rest of the Old Testament. At least that's one way to look at it. Now, admittedly, I know the modern people would not be saying that. They oh, no, no, no. Just, Anyway, another example of a job. So let's see, it's Joshua 20. Joshua 24. I don't think. Well, anyway, it says, "As for me and my house, we will serve the Lord." It's really small type. I'm having a hard time finding it. Okay. Bye-bye, YouTube.